Hey guys, welcome to Thursday? Today's Thursday. Obviously I've been paying attention to the days of the week. I feel like since Tuesday didn't work, now I'm getting all confused, but it's Thursday, I promise. So this morning I was gonna work on stuff that was like productive and stuff, but instead I was like, you know what, I really want to find some sheet music so I can start playing the piano more, because I have a little bit of music, but I want more, and I want music that I really love that will inspire me to want to play. And so I was on the internet, as you do, and I was looking for different like video game piano sheet music, because video game music is the best music, obviously. And so I was finding different stuff, just like different arrangements of Animal Crossing, of some of the Mario games, of oh, I didn't do any Pokemon. I need to do Pokemon though. I did a lot of Zelda. I did some Majora's, and I did some of the Minish Cap because I really love the music from both of those in particular. They're probably my two favorite Zelda games in general, but the music on top of that, I really adore them a lot. So I did those. I also pulled up some Howl's Moving Castle, which is not a video game, but has beautiful, beautiful music. I grabbed some of that. I just finding all sorts of wonderfulness. And then I started looking at like music from mostly BBC like miniseries, because again that has beautiful music as well, like so wonderful. And there's this one guy that I really like on there called Tweedledee1, I believe. Yes, is that his name? Tweedledee1. And he has a YouTube channel, and he doesn't really post on there very often anymore, but he has a lot of really great like arrangements that you can find from him, and he has a lot of stuff from like North and South and Sense and Sensibility, and he also has a lot of music from Emma, A Victorian Romance, which is an anime that I really enjoy the manga of. I don't really love the anime, although the anime does have beautiful music, so I even grabbed some of that. And he has some stuff from like Amelie, and lots of wonderful, beautiful stuff, and Anna Green Gables, just all the good stuff. And he started putting his stuff a few years ago on Noteflight, which is a really awesome site where people can either arrange or compose their own music and put it on there, and then you can listen to it because it has a play button at the top, and it will just like play it for you, and it's great. And some of the people like let you print it and do what you want with it. Some people either keep theirs private or put theirs like on a lock so you can't print them off or whatever, which is totally fine. Their own stuff, they can do what they want. And I was digging around on there because I've been on the site a lot over the past few years, like especially like 4 years ago. I was looking at it a lot. I think a lot of the stuff on there is fantastic. And one of my favorite things on there, which I had never forgotten about, but I had just not thought about in a while, was this really cool video game arrangement. I know this was a really long, rambly story to get to this section of the story, which is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This video game arrangement, it's by Lamination Man. I will link it down below. It's the third arrangement that he has. He has, I think, 6 altogether, and they're all really cool, but this one is my favorite. It kind of just starts off with video games going into each other, the different songs. I think he starts out with like some Donkey Kong, and then he has like Pokemon and a few different Zelda songs, and he even stuck the Pokemon song from the anime and Gotta Catch 'Em All, and he has just some really cool things. He even has some like Meta Knight Kirby music in there, which is awesome because Kirby also has fantastic music. I did grab a couple of those as well, although Kirby songs on the piano are really, really hard, so I grabbed a couple easier ones because I'm just like, I can't learn this. I mean, I could learn it, but I want to play songs that are a little bit easier just so I can get like used to it instead of like conquering a really, really difficult, crazy piece. Kirby music is hard on piano. But anyway, this video game arrangement number 3 is so wonderful, and it has so many like cool elements, and I just really recommend you listen to it. Like I said, it's linked down below. You can just go to it and click play, and I literally used to have this pulled up on my phone at all times on one of the pages on my web browser, and I would go back and listen to it like very, very often and just like play it over and over because I think it is so cleverly put together. And my absolute favorite part of it is at the very end, so you have to listen till the very end. He mixes the Song of Storms with Gotta Catch 'Em All, and it sounds amazing. It's such a cool like overlay, and he changes Song of Storms into like this jazzy version, and I love that song anyway. I think it's fantastic, and I've played it on the piano a ton and stuff like that, and just like the way he arranges it is so wonderful. So this was my day. So now it's like 12:30 and I need to leave for work in about half an hour, so gotta go do that. But this was just so fun to get lost down this rabbit hole, and there really are so many cool things on Noteflight, but this is probably my favorite thing on Noteflight, period. But they have a lot of really cool things, and they also take things like, oh, the John Williams is the Man song, you know that one, the one where it's like a bunch of John Williams songs but singing about Star Wars, and it's hilarious. If you don't know that, where have you been the past like 10 years? Anyway, that they even like took that and broke it down onto Noteflight so you can see like all the pieces working together, because it's like an a cappella piece, and it's really cool how he does it. It's really cool how it's like, see it broken down. They also have like stuff from like a Harry Potter musical, and see that broken down is really awesome as well. So Noteflight is just cool, but this is such a wonderful thing on there. I just had to share it with you because it's amazing, and I'm probably going to be listening to it very often for a while now.
So we are back from work now, and Giselle, actually, I don't know what exactly she told you about earlier, but she just showed me everything that she talked to you about earlier. As soon as I got home, she was like, I have to show you this. Anyway, we're home now. We're going to make the burgers we're going to make a couple of them, at least. I'm not sure we'll have all of them or not. I'm kind of hungry. Maybe we'll eat all of them. A couple of the burgers from the Omaha steak package that my parents sent us yesterday, because we haven't had burgers in a long time. We actually haven't made burgers in a while, which is probably a good thing, not to eat burgers all the time, but we haven't had them in a while, so I'm excited to have a burger for the first time in a while. I'm excited. Giselle's about to play the piano, apparently, and I'm interrupting her.
What is that? I can't do it.
What are you trying to do?
Play the song. I tried to sharp it. It's not sharp. Why does this not sound right? Those are the right notes. Okay. So I'm sitting here messing around with some Zelda music, but it's really small because it's on my screen, so it sounds horrible because I can't see it. I even used to wear glasses. I don't know if I told you this. I even used to wear reading glasses.
I did not know that. That's really funny.
Not all the time, but sometimes there was music that I just could not read, and even we were playing stuff from the Carnival of Animals by Cézanne. 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 It is that one. It's Cézanne, I think is how you say it. Do not quote me on that. So for some reason it just came really small, and everyone else was able to read their pieces. I took mine and cut it apart and blew it up and redid the whole thing because it was too small for me to read, and it was literally painful to have to read it. And that was one of the times that I would like get my slightly magnified reading glasses and would use it to play the piano, because I'm just I have a hard time with small sheet music, so having it on the phone is especially hard. I didn't do it all the time, and I got ones that were like only like 1 in magnification or whatever, so it wasn't very much. It wasn't like a 3.75 or anything crazy like that. But fun fact and fun story, but I was sitting here and I was like, what's that Zelda song? And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, the really famous Zelda song. And he's like, you mean the main theme? And I'm like, no, not that one. The other really famous Zelda song. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then I was like, I was putting my hands on it, and I was like, I know this is where I start. And I just played the whole thing from memory. Really, really badly. But I played the whole thing from memory. And he's like, oh yeah, that's Zelda song. I think is it Kokiri Forest? Is that what it's called?
I don't know the name of it.
I don't know. So I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. There we go. And I was able to play the whole thing, and it's just going to sound horrible. I don't even remember the left hand. Piano teacher would cry at the fingering that I just used for that section. I do not remember the fingering, but I remember the notes. This part, that one. It's the fingering that she had me do. It was really complicated, but it made it flow so beautifully. Don't remember the fingering at all. I feel really bad, but I sort of got it, you guys. I sort of got it, and I'm just really impressed that I was able to remember it, like, at all. I also remembered, I think it's like the shop theme. That one, but I used to be able to play the whole thing, and then dun, dun, and then the left hand was so fun to play for that one because it was like all over. Don't remember it, and I also learned the main theme, and I literally cannot play one single note. I don't remember the main theme at all. I think that's because it was the hardest to learn, and it made me really angry playing it because I would play it and it would sound like it, but my teacher's like, technically the counting's off, and so I had to like get it like, it was so hard to get together. So hard to put the two hands together. It's the one that I struggled with the most. I learned all three for a recital in a couple months, so I don't remember all of it, but yeah, anyway. This is one that I have the sheet music for, so I guess I'll play a little bit. I think I've played this on the vlog before, but oh well. Also, Chris is making dinner, so that's the noises. Where's my way? I don't know how much of that Chris cut out because some of the parts were a bit disastrous, but it's just nice to be playing again. Yeah. Well, that song is literally horrible to the left hand. Horrible. Like, my wrist always hurts so badly after that. After I play that one, I'm like, okay, let's not play for like at least another 10 minutes until my arm can recover. But it's really beautiful. It's from Amelie, in case you were wondering. I just have been feeling inspired to play again, and it's so wonderful having this piano here. And sometimes I'll just sit down and plunk out a few songs, usually not very well, and it's just relaxing and wonderful. So I'm probably going to keep playing for a little bit, even though my arm kind of hurts, just because I feel like it until those burgers are done, because they're starting to smell really good already. We're sorry about today's vlog being obnoxiously long, but I guess just a lot happened.
We watched Tangled after we finished dinner.
Well, while we ate dinner.
Well, we started when we ate dinner. We ate dinner pretty quickly, though. And we watched Tangled, and we just finished it. And it's my first time ever watching it. So here's my review of Tangled, which was released like 6.5 years ago. It was good. I liked it. It was a good Disney movie. Giselle and I were talking about it a bit afterwards. And like I would give it like an 8 out of 10, I think. It's a really good Disney movie. I really liked it a lot. I really like Rapunzel.
You would.
I really like Rapunzel. She's a great character. She's like legitimately one of the most fleshed out and just best princess characters, I feel like. She's one of the better ones. And I also liked Flynn. Eugene. He's great too. He's pretty
I
awesome.
love Flynn. I think I can say pretty confidently that he's my favorite Disney prince.
Yeah, I liked him a lot too. I think they might be my favorite, like, Disney prince and princess together, like, in general, that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen all of them, but yeah, anyway, they're like...
You have not seen The Princess and the Frog.
I haven't seen The Princess and the Frog, this is very true. I missed out on a couple years of these things, so I missed Tangled, I missed Princess and the Frog,
Which
and,
came out
and
very
like,
close together.
I picked it up again around Frozen, so I saw Frozen, and I've seen Moana. Now I'm going to get Giselle to watch Moana with me, now that she got me to watch Tangled.
Yeah.
So that's next on our list, then she'll be caught up.
Because he started talking
Yeah.
about, like, oh, I need to make you watch Moana. And I'm like, you still haven't seen Tangled. I'm not watching Moana until you watch Tangled. Not that I have anything against Moana. I do want to see it, and I've heard really fantastic things about it. But I'm like, you haven't seen Tangled yet. It's been out for 7 years. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So
So I watched it. We were talking about it, and we both agree like on pretty much everything about it. We both really liked it. There was really funny. There's a lot of really funny parts in it. I really liked all the funny parts a lot. Giselle was cracking up hysterically a lot of the time, and I was laughing a lot too.
I haven't seen it in a few years. Like, it's been 3 years? I think it's been 2 or 3 years since I've seen it. And, oh my gosh, I was just dying. I was like, this is so great. And I was, like, rolling around in laughter. And he's just like, oh my gosh, calm down.
But I was laughing too. And the only thing that we really both feel is that the music isn't very memorable. It doesn't really stand out at all. Like I like the music and the songs well enough, but none of it really stood out to me at all as being
like,
very unique or very. I'm not going to remember it tomorrow.
None of the songs are bad. None of the songs are bad, but they just don't feel like Disney musical songs.
And they're just not. They don't have the right feel to them, and they don't stand out. I don't know what it is about them exactly, but they don't really. Yeah. They don't make me feel much of anything. I mean, I liked the music. It didn't make me feel much of anything.
And they're really great in context.
Yeah, I mean that I like what they added to the story.
Yeah.
I like what they added to the characters of the story, but in general, as songs, they weren't that great. Like I still have constantly the songs from Moana stuck in my head, like literally all the time, and like I don't. It's just, and like even Frozen, like that. Everybody got those songs stuck in their head for the longest time. Unfortunately, too long. But yeah, so it was a good movie, but music was a little lackluster, but still, it was good. And I'm glad we watched it together. I'm glad we watched it together, and then I finally watched it.
Yeah, in all other aspects, though, it's a pretty fantastic movie with great characters and a great plot.
I love the horse. I love the chameleon.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty great.
Pascal is probably the best animal sidekick ever. He's hilarious.
I was telling Giselle, Moana does have literally the cutest cartoon pig I've ever seen in my entire life. I wish there was an entire movie of that pig, because he's in way too little. But Pascal is really cool too. And the horse was awesome. I love the horse. He was Maximus.
Maximus, that's it.
Maximus. It was great. But I think that's pretty much it for today. It was a good movie, and we enjoyed watching it together.
I'm glad I finally got Chris to watch it, because...
Me too. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, she's like my second favorite Disney princess. I haven't seen Moana yet, though, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be up there, because from what I've heard, she's the best Disney princess ever.
She's a good one from the past few years. She's been good. She's a good one, definitely, from recent years.
I really love Belle, and she's my favorite. And I think she's great and heroic and awesome and very selfless, but also very determined for herself. And
I agree. I think Belle's like my favorite too.
And she's bookworm.
I've literally been in arguments with people about Belle before, like that people that didn't think she was a great role model or a good person or whatever. Like not the best. She's like goes after this beast and people who don't think compassion, like genuine compassion and selflessness, makes you a strong person. And I think it actually makes you one of the strongest kinds of people. And so, I've literally been in arguments with people about Belle. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Belle's amazing, but I really love Rapunzel. And I think when Rapunzel first came out, I was like, okay, she may be my favorite. But over time, I've been like, okay, no, Belle actually is my favorite. But Rapunzel is fantastic. And most of the other Disney princesses, I just find lacking in a lot of ways. And those two, I feel like, are pretty well-rounded characters. I think Rapunzel may be a little bit more, but that's just because That makes sense. Like, the time that they came out,
I mean,
storytelling was better.
I mean, right now people care more about fleshing out characters than they did before.
Yeah. So
we're in a time where, in movies, especially animated movies, people care more about fleshed out characters.
Yeah.
With rounded personalities.
So I can't fault that, but you can fault it to a certain extent, like when Snow White literally has no personality. Anyway, discussion for another day.
Well, that's it for today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.